If you follow the channel, you know I'm obsessed with all things Land Cruiser. But in a world where 40, 60, and 80 series rule the day on Bring a Trailer, I haven't come across many 200 series that have motivated me enough to record a video. Well, that all changed with this Heritage Edition 200 series that just sold on Bring a Trailer. This one checks all the four-wheel drive boxes, and I would argue is an absolute steal. Congrats to the buyer, well bought, and hopefully the seller can take comfort knowing this will be used and enjoyed for another 30 years and probably 300,000 miles. Before we launch into today's example, if you're new to the channel, I'm Trey and this is Vintage Four Wheel Auctions. We vet all the truck and 4x4 category auctions. I'll bring a trailer and highlight only the top tier vehicles from this segment. So if you're looking for a vintage four-wheel drive, you'll want to keep an eye on these auctions. With each video, our objective is to discuss and what to look for in a vintage four-wheel drive and what to avoid. Now, our hope is that this simple video format also encourages interaction with viewers on vehicle condition and ending price points. Before we jump into this awesome Heritage Edition 200 Series Land Cruiser, we've started a new feature with the channel. If you live in the Denver metro area, send us an email at the address listed on the screen if you have a vintage four-wheel drive you want featured on the show. I look forward to your emails. This is going to be a lot of fun. All right, guys, this one's going to be a lot of fun today. We've got a 2021 Toyota Land Cruiser URJ 200 Heritage Edition. Was looking at Bring a Trailer last week. This one definitely caught my eye. So a little background on the Heritage Edition. The 2021, there were 2 years, 2020 and 2021. This one is a 21. The 21 was the last year of the 200 series, and this was also the last year of the Heritage Edition. In 2021, there were around 1,200 of these made. So this is a pretty exclusive vehicle. One of the last Toyota Land Cruisers to hit the United States American shores. And this one's very special also with all this aftermarket off-road gear. I mean, we're looking at it here. I love this ARB front bumper. We're going to go through all of this, but want to say first, congrats to the buyer on this one. Got themselves a really great deal. I'm going to show you why. Now, like I said, I mean, I think the seller has a lot to be happy about too. Obviously, this buyer is an enthusiast. I think they're going to enjoy this for a long time. So without further ado, we're just going to jump into it here. So this one sold for $88,500 just last week on Bring a Trailer. We're going to get into the pricing, but just as kind of a quick overview, this one is the white Blizzard Pearl paint. And like I said, this one has a significant amount of aftermarket equipment with it, with the ARB bumpers, side steps, protection rails. Hey, look, you can have your opinion on whether you like this or not. We'll get into that. I personally think it looks great. We had some people in the comments joking that, you know, this is pretty big in Australia. They're just fending off kangaroos with this thing. But anyways, a lot of great add-ons on this, on a already very exclusive Toyota Land Cruiser. So this one had roughly 10,000 miles. We'll see the clock later. It's just under 10,000. So still very low mileage vehicle for a 2021. This thing's almost 3 years old now, depending on the manufacturer and buy date. This one has the 18-inch BBS forged wheels. That was exclusive to the 200 Series Heritage Edition. We'll see that. We'll see another telltale sign that this vehicle is an authentic Heritage Edition as we're doing our picture review as well. But just very, very nice vehicle here. You can see a picture of the rear. Again, just additional equipment with the ARB bumper and swing out spare tire carrier. I do like typically not a fan of the white, but I do like this Blizzard Pearl paint. It really pops, especially with all this aftermarket equipment and the BBS rims. Let's see here. One of the things that stood out to me too was they did do a very good, I think, eye-catching job with the pictures. Now, you've heard me talk about that before, that can be a real value add from a pricing standpoint. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, certainly there were a lot of eyeballs on this auction, but for it to sell at $88,500, yes, it had some of the higher mileage of a Heritage Edition on Bring a Trailer. Still, I think with all this One, still low mileage, exclusivity of a Heritage Edition, and then what I'm going to show you with the kind of money shot in the pictures with all the basically the invoice for all this aftermarket equipment. I think this is exceptionally low. And it was the lowest price Heritage Edition on Bring a Trailer. So as you can see, just quick overview. We'll get into it more with the pictures. Has the 5.7 liter 3UR FE V8. We're just scrolling through here quickly, guys. We're going to get into the pictures, but this was a one owner vehicle, no damage. This one's being sold out of Arkansas. So I look forward to jumping into the pictures with this one with you. I think you're really going to like this. Before we jump into the pictures though, I did want to level set on the 200 series. So this was produced from 2008 to 2021. As we talked about, last year model. Heritage was part of that last year model class. There were two distinctions though within the 200 series. So from 2008 to 2015, these are considered kind of the original 200 series. In 2016, the vehicle did get a so-called facelift. I think it looks significantly better. I just wanted to show you the two of those and then look at the pricing history when new for the 200 series Heritage Edition that we're going to look at today. So from that original series of the URJ 200, this was I think this is a good example of the grille on a 2008. Not too bad. I think I had a short not too long ago that I kind of ventured to say they're somewhat ugly. I think so. That's my opinion. I contrast that versus the 80 series, 60 series, even the more recent 100 series. I just think it's kind of boxy. I know this design has gotten some criticism by the auto critic class in the past as well. Then fast forward to 2016, and this is what we're looking at. So this is the so-called facelift. The grille on the 200 series from 2016 until the last year in 2021. Like I said, I think it looks a lot better. You'll see that with our 2021 Heritage Edition as well. And then just level setting with the 200 series Heritage Edition and history and pricing. So this was a unique vehicle. This is a picture of one on the Toyota site in black. I just wanted to jump into pricing. So the 2021, like we said, the last year model, 1,200 units produced. There was the base of the 2021 Land Cruiser. That was the four-wheel drive for 85,515. There was the Heritage Edition for 87,845. And then there was a Heritage Edition with third row option. Personally, I haven't seen a lot of these. I know they exist. I've not seen any to date on Bring a Trailer. Let me know if you guys have seen them. This was kind of an option, obviously. From this article, they don't even have the pricing on it. The MSRP we will see on the 2021 that we're looking at was roughly around $90,000. So we will jump into the pictures, but just wanted to, again, level set with pricing, kind of show you what the difference is between the kind of the first series of the 200 and the ending series and the Heritage Edition. So right out of the gate with this, pictures are exceptional quality. Most of these are professional photos. You can tell there are some, driveway photos as well. I think that's a good contrast just to see that, the seller is not trying to obscure or hide anything. But like I said, I mean, this really caught my eye, not just kind of the background and everything, but just the amount of accessories for this already unique and very exclusive vehicle with this Heritage Edition 2021 Land Cruiser. So as you can see, it's got the ARB front bumper, aftermarket lights, definitely has the side rails as well, roof rack. You're going to see that throughout the pictures. This thing is just beautiful. Coming around to the rear, you have the ARB back and rear bumper with the swing out spare tire carrier. We're going to see all of this reflected in the invoices. You can catch kind of your first glimpse there of the Heritage badging on the right panel. You can also see the roof rack on the top as well. Nice side view here. Just seeing, the 200 series is a big vehicle. I think one of the reasons I have not typically been the biggest fan. I mean, it just to me strikes me as kind of like, soccer mom vehicle, but, outfitted like this with all these accessories. I mean, this is a highly capable off-road vehicle. And, a last of an era with the Heritage Edition and 200 series. Great picture here, just kind of zoomed out, just giving a very nice overview of this Heritage Land Cruiser. Close up at the ARB front bumper. These are traditional bumpers, have gone back a long time. I think I had one on my 80 series, but obviously they have definitely brought them into the modern era with some improvements and enhancements over time. This one also has the side rails that connect to the step bars. Really nice feature. Aesthetically, we could go kind of back and forth whether it looks good, doesn't look good. Certainly, if you're going to be taking it off road at all. I mean, here I live in Colorado. I certainly wouldn't want to get this $88,000 vehicle scratched, so it does serve some utility. This is one of more of the kind of driveway photos here, but still great look. You can see the Heritage badging, roof rack, side rails, ARB rear bumper. Like I said, I'm typically not a white or in this case Blizzard Pearl fan, but I think it looks really nice contrasted with the BBS wheels as well. This is a close-up. I believe I included one closer. You can actually see BBS forged into the rims here with this close-up. I think I have one. Yeah, you can see it. You just kind of squint your eyes a bit, but this was one of the things that was unique to the Heritage Edition outside of the badging. You'll see some other unique features with the interior. Another close-up of the BBS rims. I think they look really nice. Now, this is the Heritage badging. This is one of the things that makes this vehicle unique. Really traces the lineage of the Land Cruiser going back all the way back to the Korean War era, 1951 with the BJ Land Cruiser. Nice overhead shot of the roof rack. This one is definitely set up for overlanding, and you're going to see this seller paid a pretty steep price for all this gear. Nice shot here included this of functionality with the swing out spare tire carrier. Another close up of the Heritage badging. Interior, I would even say with the 100 series, but certainly with the advent of the 200, these became much more luxurious. I mean, certainly you could say looking at an 80 series, like I had a 97 40th anniversary edition. It had leather, the two-tone leather. I wouldn't call it overly luxurious, but I suppose for the time it was. I've had Range Rovers of the same vintage. I would argue that those were much more luxurious, but this one certainly ushers in the more modern era with some of the refinements. Another shot of the driver's side and kind of cabin. If you look closely, you can see some of that. The etching was unique to the Heritage, kind of matches the BBS rims. Like I said, this one's got just under 10,000 on the clock. This one, again, has all the kind of modern amenities with Apple CarPlay. Nice shot here, kind of zoomed in of the cabin. This, like I said, by all accounts is a very luxurious vehicle. Very different than the 250 Land Cruiser that they're about to bring back to the United States market. You can see some of that etching that was unique to the Heritage Edition. Nice shot of the back seat. You can see some of the etching there as well on the leather. Undercarriage, I mean, it's kind of what you would expect with a 2021 vehicle with under 10,000 miles. It looks like new. Fortunately, this one had the benefit of being in a dry climate in Arkansas. Nice additional shot. Clean view there. You can actually see the seller's 100 series in the background. He's got it similarly outfitted with the ARB bumper. Now, this is a shot of the MSRP and the selling price, the sticker price of this out the door, $90,015. Now, that's really where it begins. So we're going to see here, this is just one of the invoices. This is the biggest one. This one reflects roughly, $15,600. All told, I think the seller was in about $20,000 with all these accessories. You can see this with the ARB rear bar, the front bar, all the lighting, wiring harnesses, all the installation. Seller definitely paid a premium for this. And this is where I'm saying, the title of this video, certainly not clickbait. This absolutely is a steal. I unfortunately was working. It was not watching this one. I would have loved to been in the mix on this because I think the buyer got a really good deal. 88.5 out the door, plus all these accessories, plus 10,000, only 10,000 miles on the clock. This thing's like new, but with all these off-road options. Now, like I said, this is just an overview. There have only been 15 of these Heritage Editions that have been sold on the site. This was the lowest. Prior to that, we had this one that was very low, a little bit lower mileage and stock, sold for $97,000. This one was one of the more recent two that sold on the site, 106 with only 3,400 miles. This one was in Hawaii, though, so somebody probably had a pretty hefty shipping bill. I would say that compressed the sale by a few thousand. And then this most recent one for 121, this one I believe had 1,800 miles, so less. But again, the 88.5 one that we saw had $20,000 in off-road accessories. So for that to sell at 88.5, to me, it just really highlights the volatility of these car markets. And it's just one of the many, many reasons that I love watching these and love bringing these to you with our videos. So what do you think about this 2021 Heritage Edition 200 Series Land Cruiser? We'd love to hear your feedback on pricing and condition in the comments. I've said it before, we are a new channel. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching. See you next time for more vintage four-wheel drives.